Welcome everyone to the IMSA pre-race show from Long Beach, but quite obviously I am absolutely nowhere near Long Beach this weekend. Instead, I'm in Palm Beach for Barrett Jackson Collect Car Auctions. But what a season we have had so far in the Tudor United Sports Car Series. We started off with the high-speed banks of Daytona, 24 hours. Then 12 hours at Sebring on the bumps, twists and turns. That was mind-blowing, riveting racing action. But this weekend, on the oldest street circuit in North American history, we're at Long Beach, where in the shortest race on the calendar, I think the action will be crammed in to those 2 hours. I know you're going to have an amazing time. I wish I was there. Instead, I'm looking at these beautiful classics get sold across the auction block. But to do the pit lane walk for you for the next 27.5 minutes are some of my best colleagues from the series. So I'm going to stay here and I'm going to let them do all the walking. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Justin Bell. We know you would be in a special place, so I don't feel bad for you. But you are missing Long Beach, and welcome to the IMSA pre-race show from the Grand Prix of Long Beach. Brian Till, Dorsey Schrader, Calvin Fish with you, along with Chris Neville and Darren Law. Plenty of stories to talk about this weekend. The very first time the Tudor United Sports Car Championship is run at Long Beach. Let's get straight to those stories. We'll head down to Chris Neville.
Well, Brian, just back at Sebring, we were on a very wide front straightaway. Now here at Long Beach, Shoreline Drive, very narrow, concrete walls on both sides of this front straightaway. And Ryan Deal hoping to get a win. Ryan, just a few weeks ago at Sebring, you were so close, and it all kind of faded away with that last caution. Now we're at Long Beach. Can you put all that behind you?
I hope so. I mean, you know, I think we all know that we kind of had the race a little bit in our hands, but that's the way racing goes, and that's the beauty of the sport. You know, you never know it's over till it's over, but you know, Tequila Patron, it was obviously a big event for them, and an even bigger event here in Long Beach. Great to be back. I wouldn't say we're as strong as we were at Sebring, but you know, we fully intend at ESM to knuckle down and try hard, and we got a lot of birthdays this weekend with the team. So I got my birthday today, our good PR girl Susan tomorrow, and Johannes van Overbeck is on Monday. So we got a lot of things we got to try and win for today and go celebrate tonight, drink some good tequila.
Well, yesterday in qualifying, there were some gearbox issues with the car. So you and Scott Sharp starting further back than you wanted. Scott Sharp won this event last year. Can you guys get to the front?
I think we can get to the front. I mean, just one of those unfortunate things in qualifying. It's rough on equipment here. I don't know if we have enough, honestly, today. And I think that this season, what you're going to see is a lot of different front-running cars as we go to different venues. Sebring was pretty close between the cars. Here's definitely going to be a DP track. Laguna Seca, I believe, will be a P2 track. So today's about, you know, making the most of everybody's mistakes. Great pit stops from our Tequila Patron ESM crew. And we're gonna do our best out there, see where we end up at the end, and get some points in the bank.
Well, happy birthday to you. Hopefully we see you over in Victory Lane. And I'm going to be sharing the front straightaway and pit lane today with Darren Law.
All right, I'm here with Jan Magnussen. Jan, you had a stellar qualifying run yesterday. You know, it came down to like the last 2 minutes of that session. The BMW's on pole, and then you eclipsed them right at the end. You got to be happy with that. I mean, this is the first pole position for the new C7R.
Oh, for sure. It was a good lap, and we had to fight for it a little bit. Lap time just kept coming every time I did another attempt. So I'm very, very happy for the whole team to get a pole position for the new C7R. It's a fantastic race car. We've had some problems in the first two races. We've been fast enough, but not reliable enough. So you know, yesterday we got the first pole position. For hopefully today we can get the first podium or maybe even a win.
All right, I know you guys, you know how to win up this place. Now we got to ask you, what about your son Kevin? You've got to be so proud. Everyone's watching, and all of us racers are following it. You missed the first race, but you're at the second one. I mean, he is really doing well.
Oh, a fantastic start to Formula One. Australia to be on the podium in your very first F1 race. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so proud of what he's doing, and unfortunately I won't be able to go to every race of his, but I got a really busy season myself. I didn't really count on him getting to F1 this fast, so I need to get my own stuff sorted out. But I'll go to a few this year, and well, it's fantastic to follow, and I'm just so happy for him.
All right, we're very proud to follow it as well. Back to you guys.
Magnussen, I mean, it's like you said, hey, I've got my own stuff to concentrate on. I mean, think about that. Your son's in Formula One. And you've got to concentrate on driving a race car.
I spoke to him yesterday about it. He is so pumped up. He said, I got a busy schedule. I got 25 races I'm competing in. But he said, rest assured, I'll be at every Grand Prix I can. He said, I'm hoping to make 5 or 6. So he's really, you know, very proud. I mean, Kevin has really come the fast track up to F1. He's with one of the best teams in the business with McLaren International, and that run he put together was flawless, really, to finish third on the road and second, eventually with Daniel's disqualification.
What a great distraction to have. I mean, my God, your son in F1. I mean, it's got our interest, all of us, because we love Jan and his son. You know, now we have a vested interest in F1. That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, he's got to concentrate on tackling this Long Beach circuit. It's a racetrack that all of us like. It's a special racetrack, and we've all got our own opinions on how important, how special it is to us, and how you need to win here, but our opinions don't matter. It's the guys who are going to be doing battle today. Let's hear from them about Long Beach.
Long Beach is definitely a pretty unique place.
It's a very special place. It's a whole different atmosphere. The Monte Carlo of the United States, I would call it.
The track is great. The scenery and where it's located is out of control.
It's one of the most exciting races because of the sport side of it, the atmosphere, the people, the track, and the place itself. It's a very fun place to be at.
I'm really anxious to go there and bring these prototype cars to a street course. The walls are right there. It's very unforgiving. It's going to be very, very exciting to watch for sure.
There's a lot of momentum going into the corners. It's not that you can just throw them around from one side to the other. You need to be competitive, you need to be quick, but you need to finish the race.
I've tried to win that race for the last 10 years. I've been second a ton of times, third a ton of times. Finally to win it was like the crown jewel of my career.
I'm really excited to go back. Long Beach is definitely part of the motor racing history in this country.
Go back as defending champion and try to do it all in front of my friends again with a car that we know even better. I cannot wait.
And we can't wait either. So exciting to be a part of any event here at Long Beach, but especially the very first time the Tudor United Sports Car Championship runs here. But it's not the first time IMSA has run here. In fact, that was 1990. You remember that, Dorsey?
I do remember that, Brian.
Why is that?
In 1990, the track configuration was one of 9, and it suited me just fine, as I was lucky enough to win that first
here it comes.
Run here.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't seem like 90 was that long ago, but you look at that picture.
Listen to the music, though. I think this is perfect.
It's Jordan Schroeder.
I remember that race as being a war, and one thing that hasn't changed is that will be another war here today. This
what does that say? One of auto racing's brightest. What's that word?
Young?
Young?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what that says?
I wasn't too young in 1990.
I thought it said 90, not 70.
70, I was young.
But we talk about how special this racetrack is. It is so cool. It's the 40th year for this event. My first year to run here was in 1990. That was in the Atlantic Series.
89, yeah.
But, you know, you just look at all the names of the drivers, the different cars that have run here. Here's a look at some of the cars that are over in the convention center, and look at the names.
Yeah, I mean,
look at the cars.
First years here, I was here back in '73. Formula 5000. You know, the Formula Atlantic cars back then, there was a different circuit, of course, what we run on now. Formula 1 cars, we have Indy cars. Everything's been here. The names, you know, they are the history of racing in the United States.
Well, it's a special place, a special race, of course. And when a driver looks at the calendar, you want to win the Enduros. You know, Daytona, Sebring, they're really the big ones. But when you come to the sprint races, it doesn't get any bigger than this. This is a race win that you want on your resume, Dorsey. You were lucky enough to get one, and the boys here today want to either add to it or get there first.
And it's a tough one because it's a street course. It's a true street course, the oldest one there is. And with street courses comes a lot of heartbreak.
Yep, and it's just, you keep saying it's a special place. It is. So have all 3 of the venues where we've run this year. The second race of the year, the one we just came from, the 12 Hours of Sebring. What a great event that was this year. Let's take a look back.
2014 marks the 62nd running of the Mobil 1 12 Hours of Sebring. All of the greatest sports car drivers and teams are here to earn one of the greatest honors that you can in sports car racing. What you hate about about Sebring is what you love about Sebring. This place is an all-day sucker.
The backbone and character will weigh you down. It is rough, it is tough, it is the most brutal 12 hours of motorsports in anywhere in this world.
The number 33 Viper exploded in flames while going through turn 6.
Oh, massive wreck. Big crash. Way out in the gray, and then Montecalvo had nowhere to go.
There we go again.
Oh, no, you can see that coming.
What are you guys thinking?
This guy's thinking today.
He can't see. He can't see. That puts into perspective how fast that happened and the closing speed there.
That's like trying to throw a dart onto a moving gazelle.
Headlights coming into play. They're just streaks of light at this point. Ready to go. Pits are open.
Pits are open. Pits are open.
Who will gamble? Who will not take tires?
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. All clear. All clear.
We are green at Sebring.
And it should be epic. This is going to be a war, a shootout.
Marino Franchitti remains the overall leader.
And the gap is down to 5.5 seconds, so game on, everyone.
Ryan Dial, Sebastian Bourdais trying to run him down.
This is what's tremendous about all 4 classes this year. You've got some great finishing drivers, and it's going to be a battle down to the wire.
Andy Lally crosses, leading the GT Daytona class. And again, that phenomenal sweep of 2 classes. Colin Brown, your Bergmeister, 2 for 2 times 2 for Core Autosport.
What a stint by Marino Franchitti. This is great stuff.
Thank you very much. We just won the team race.
Your 4 class winners.
It was a great event, and as we went in there, you know, the whole balance of performance was a big conversation, but how impressed were you, Calvin? I mean, when you look at the prototypes and the P2-based prototypes, how even they were at Sebring. I mean, you heard Ryan Dial said there are going to be strengths and weaknesses on different types of tracks.
I have to put my hand in the air and say I didn't think that Scott Elkins and his crew could get these cars to race the same. Yes, you can achieve getting back to the start-finish line at the same time, but they were racing heads up throughout that 12-hour race. And the other thing is, Dorsey, what is strange to say, it was a surprise win for Ganassi, and it really was. They didn't have the pace all day, but strategy, a little bit of luck at the end there, and Marino got the hammer down when he needed to. That was a great win for those guys.
Everybody had that question in their mind, and it showed because it was a record crowd there at Sebring, biggest crowd they've ever had. Everybody wanted to know, can these cars really run together? What's it going to be like? Is it going to be a farce? It wasn't a farce. It was a darn good race. And I expect the same thing we're going to see today, you know, on a different type of venue, totally on a street course.
You've got to understand the weapon that you have at hand and try to figure out how to use it. We saw that at Sebring. It was a great race. It was a great race for Porsche in GT Le Mans. That they have now won both of the races so far. Can they win here in California with a California boy behind the wheel? For that, let's go to Darren Law.
Well, you guys know how hard it is to win the 12 hours of Sebring, and Patrick did it with a brand new car, brand new team for Porsche North America. I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment. Now, we were talking before the race, and you told me prior to Sebring, you'd brought the whole team in for a couple days to get to know each other and try and make this new team work together like an old team.
Yeah, I mean, at Daytona, it came together. The 911 car won the race, but we didn't even know each other as a team. We had so many people from all over the world under one tent. We had one goal. We achieved that goal, but after that, we took a little bit of time off, got together at the shop in Rock Hill, South Carolina, flew everybody over from Germany, and all the Core Autosport guys got to know what this was all about, and we went to Sebring refreshed and really put together a perfect race for the 912 car. But now there's a little bit of sibling rivalry. We got to beat the vets and the BMWs ahead of us, but we're here at Long Beach, so it can't be any better.
All right, so let's talk about Long Beach. You've won here a couple times with Jorg, 09 and 10, and you and I, we actually finished together. We finished second in 07 with the Lizards. This is a local race for you, man. There's a lot of people. I remember when we finished that race, I think you had more fans here than anybody, you know? So what do you got to do today? You guys didn't qualify where you wanted to.
Yeah, that was a fill-in. I was driving on your car. You were the regular driver, and I was just the young buck, but we had fun. That was awesome. I think it was better than the other 2 victories because we out-qualified Jurgen, and he about lost his mind in the sister car. But no, we qualified 5th and 6th, not where we want to be, but this is a strategy race. We've seen this over the years. 100 minutes, it's one stop. When everybody dives in, you got to be quick with your driver change, quick pit stop, get that track position. But it's awful tight. We missed all of our practice time yesterday in the 912 car. Michael's never been here before. He did a great job in qualifying. We decided
to qualify him to get him more time in the car. So hopefully that strategy will pay off. But I've got about 3 laps under my belt when I get in for the last stint. So hopefully the past 8 years here will get me through.
Well, 3 laps under his belt, but several wins and podiums here, so wouldn't count him out, that's for sure. Guys?
I don't think I'd ever count out a Porsche when you think about the way that car is designed with the engine in the back. It really sits down and rockets off of these corners. They've had good results here in the past. Let's go down to Chris Neville with more.
Brian, just minutes away right now. Behind me, we've got the hairpin coming onto the front straightaway. In front of me, the start-finish line, the Whelen Corvette here. All the cars now lined up. Boris said already behind the wheel. He's got his helmet on. Boris, you've won here before. In fact, you did it in Trans Am against Scott Pruitt. You're a hometown guy. What's it mean to win in Long Beach?
I mean, it was just fantastic to win here. It's Southern California. It's really my home race, so it's pretty cool.
Well, we're going to try and work our way all the way down the grid here. We've got a lot of GT cars lined up. We've got the Corvettes, the BMWs on the outside. We've got all kinds of fans, thousands of fans lined up along the catch fence here, taking pictures, drinking a beer. On the other side, we've got pit lane and also the hospitality suite. So everybody over there probably enjoying some caviar, maybe some champagne. And then we've got Corvettes, BMWs, Porsches, Ferraris back there. Cars you see right here on the streets in Southern California. And then we get up to the prototypes. And in the prototype group here, hey, we've got the 10 car sporting a new logo this weekend. Jordan Taylor, obviously very happy. You guys have a new sponsor this weekend, but we're here at Long Beach. Got to be excited.
Yeah, I know it's an exciting weekend. We got Connor Caminolta on the Corvette this weekend, and first time for us at Long Beach, so I think you're going to have to be a bit of a wild man to win this one and make it to the finish.
Yeah, I think that's pretty amazing. Not just like you're and Ricky first time driving here, your first time here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've watched it on TV for years, so we feel like we know what it looks like, but then the first time out there going around the fountain or on the hairpin, it's a lot narrower than you think. And the racing is going to be exciting because it's so hard to make it pass, so I think it'll be a good show.
This grid here in prototype, very tight in qualifying yesterday. What's it going to be like to try and get this car to the front?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of strategy calls, making interesting calls in the pits to try to get track position, because I think if you get that, it's a lot easier to defend a spot than make an aggressive move. So I think you'll at least see a lot of different strategy moves going on.
Also this weekend, Max Angelelli, so much history with him and this car. This is the first time he's missed a race in the 10 car over all the years since, I think, back to 2006. What's that like with the team right now?
Yeah, I know it's sad in a way because, you know, it's weird not to see Max in the car, but he's like a brother to us and he's family. And, you know, Ricky and I did the first 2-hour session, felt like we had good feedback, and then he brings up another point that we wouldn't think about. So having that experience still in the team is a help, and he'll be with us all year.
Well, it's time to go sprint racing here in Long Beach. We've got one of the P2 cars right next to the number 10 car, moving our way up to the Action Express car, won at Daytona. Came back at Sebring, had a little bit of a rough weekend there. Then we've got our Ford EcoBoost car starting on the front row, the Mike Shank car starting on the outside, the Ganassi car starting on the inside. Going to be an interesting start here for John Pugh. His teammate, Oswaldo Negri, qualified that car on the front row. So John Pugh going to have a big start, his first time up on the front row. And later in our big show, we're going to talk to Scott Pruitt. This team came away with that big win for Ford EcoBoost at Sebring. Now let's see if they can back it up in the sprint races here. And all of these cars lined up on the front grid, starting to see drivers, crew members moving their way off the front straightaway. They're going to light these cars up, do a couple recon laps, and then drop the green flag. So we are just moments away. Time to get away from the internet, move over to the TV, and we're going to be live on Fox Sports 1. Check it out.